to the Atlanta Dream, Karl Smesko. We're going to start off with some opening comments from Karl, and then we'll go to questions in the room.
Well, it's good to see everyone. It's nice to get to play a home game. This is going to be an incredible environment. It was such a great game a couple days ago. I'm expecting the same type of game tonight. It should be a lot of fun.
Any questions in the room? Go ahead.
Coach, tell me about the shirt. Obviously, we know it's Play Society, but what does that mean to you? What does Pay Some Respect to Women's Sports mean to you?
Well, Play a Society, Cash App, they're investing in women's sports. And I think one of the greatest thing with all the attention, particularly to the WNBA, is it encourages more people to invest in women's sports. And I think that it's long overdue, but we are glad to see it right now, and I hope it continues to grow at the pace it's growing.
Karl, what is the message before this one when you think about energy and atmosphere impacting this team? Still fresh and new, everyone's getting to know each other, but after Tuesday's game, it was an intense one. Now you're coming to State Farm Arena and could be a sold-out crowd.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of energy. Hopefully we can use that energy to our favor. We know we're playing a great team. We had a great effort a couple days ago, and it's going to take a tremendous effort. Whenever you're playing a great team, I don't care where the game's at, to win the game, it's going to require a team effort. It's going to require a lot of good basketball, and hopefully we'll be prepared to play at our best that we're capable of playing at this point.
Coach, you had two 30-point quarters in that game. Obviously, one of them was the first quarter. How important would it be to get a fast start against this People team?
Well, you always want to get to a fast start. I thought we were playing well early, and it gave us a lot of confidence. And I think when we started the third quarter, we had a really good run where Ryan hit 3 threes in the first couple minutes of the third quarter, and they had to take a timeout. Gave us a little bit of separation. Obviously, Indiana wasn't going to quit, and they came all the way back. So at any point in the game, you want to get off to a good start because you're playing a good team, and you're going to probably need any cushion you can get.
Go ahead.
Coach, spacing has, of course, been a philosophy with you, but how has spacing been able to help players like PG and Brianna be able to be effective in this offense?
Well, they're great players, and they're doing a really good job utilizing each other's strengths. Somebody goes in the post, the other one can space out a little bit and give the other room, and then the next possession, they could totally switch roles on it. So they both have the freedom anytime they want to go in there. They feel like they have an advantage to post up, and we're going to look for them. They're very hard to guard one-on-one. So, and if you bring two to the ball, hopefully we have good spacing and we can make good decisions. But those two have been playing great, and I would expect that to continue.
Go ahead.
Coach, for you, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages for you and your staff playing the team so many times in a short amount of time?
Well, it's almost like a playoff series. It's almost now the only difference would be maybe more like a playoff series if it was a little later in the season, because I think probably both of us are just trying to install everything and clean things up while still making a couple adjustments from the last game. But I heard some people don't like the back-to-backs with the same teams, and I'm like, well, the playoffs are like that. So however they put it on the schedule, we'll play it. Hopefully we'll do well today.
Thanks, Coach.
Go ahead.
Coach, what did you like about what you guys were able to do defensively, especially when you're trying to install a little bit more of a new defensive system tonight?
Yeah, our defense still has a lot of room for improvement, but the players' attitudes have been great about trying it and looking to implement some things and making some corrections along the way. So I do expect over the next couple of weeks there'll be a big improvement on the defensive side of the ball. But we're also playing one of the best, if not the best, offense in the league. So the faster they can make the improvement, the better.
Go ahead.
Coach, this league is now growing rapidly, and the eyeballs are just piling on, seemingly from game to game at the moment. Indiana would seem to be at the epicenter of this kind of new emotion and excitement and hype. Can you give me a sense of just what it's like to be kind of like around that and seeing the excitement around this team and how rapidly things are changing now?
Honestly, for me, I tried to ignore all that part of it because I've got my specific thing to do, but I'm aware that it's happening. I think the greatest thing, for the attention for any players or any team is getting is it gives people a chance to see other teams and how many great players there are in this whole league. And that's how this league is going to grow, is like when all these players become household names and they get all the attention that they deserve. And I feel like we have some of those players on our team. I think we have some just superstar level players, and when people start paying more attention to them, they'll be as impressed as I am.
When you go up against this team, because of all the noise around it, does it feel different?
I mean, not to me, but I don't know how anything feels because this is like game 3 for me. Like, it's all kind of come real fast for all of them, and it's a lot different than kind of how we prepared in college and things like that, or how much time we had to prepare. So, to me, it's about like the small victories every day. Can we get a little bit better at this, a little bit better at that? I know on the outside, everybody, the win or loss in any particular day is going to be what your whole season is about. For me, it's like, can we make progress in some areas and see the improvement going forward so that we can have the type of team we want second half of the year.
Coach, with Jordan Canada out for some more extended time, are there any additional expectations for Tahina or Shatori?
Well, yeah, they've had to play quite a bit for us. Tahina's a rookie, and she handles she's unfazed by any of it. She has played in these environments a lot and really big, national championship games. So she's comes in and she's just ready to go. And so, she's been a great addition for us. And obviously with, Jordan is such a great player, she just comes in and she's ready to go every time with Tahina. So we're looking for her to have a big game today. She's really improved over the training camp and the first week of the season. So hopefully she'll continue to make those types of strides, and then we'll have a really good player on our hands.
Coach, you mentioned some of the superstars. What do you think it's like for the little girls watching the game to now see it having some more light shone on it?
Well, I have a little niece who loves it, and she's got her Ryan Howard bobblehead, so I'm impressed by that. I just think these are the moments, like if you think about on the other side, the Dream Team had such an impact internationally, and that's why there's so many international stars in the game today. I think right now we're seeing a similar type explosion on the women's side, and those things are felt 15, 20 years from now. The players that are going to be in this league are going to be even more unbelievable than the players we have now. And so I really think this is just the start of something special right now.
Very good. Thank you for your time, everyone.
Let's go.
Thank you.
We got you some new drip today, Coach.
Okay.
Is this true? I thought something was falling out of me.
Caitlin will be at 6 o'clock, but you might move in that.